Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching Teen Wolf. This is episode 20 of season 3. Hopefully guys have been enjoying the series so far. Very interesting that we hit episode 20. This is the first time we've done that, and you know, it's absolutely flown by this season. I don't want it to end. It's been that good. You know, it's been very, very exciting. Lots of action, loads of twists and turns, and I can't wait to obviously see how the rest of the season plays out. Now, if you guys are interested in voting on your most liked and disliked characters of this season and getting the results shown and revealed with mine and the end in the finale, please go in the description below and get casting them, and we will reveal those in episode 24. So thanks for doing that in advance. So last episode, interesting. Deaton, yeah, he went to the Yakuza. This was at the very start because he had a wolf that was sick. He went there, he said he could cure him and stuff like that, and he went into the garden, and it was where you know, where Chris was back in the day when he was all attacked by all these ninjas and everything, and he managed to get a bit of the plant. Now what's interesting about this plant is this can take down what's inside of Styles. This is really interesting. So this plays into the episode later on, which I totally forgot that we had to start because of all the chaos that was going on. And yeah, so is it called a Nagitsune that's inside inside Styles? So this thing can have an effect on it. So he got some of that and he left. Now we was following on from the last episode where this cable come off the building and it's flying at Kira, and she managed to dodge out the way, but one of the ambulances that was coming into the hospital managed to hit a fire hydrant, like trying to dodge it, and all the water spread on the floor. Now this cable come down and hit it, and the currents are flying through the water. Allison nearly steps in it. Isaac pushed her out of the way. He took the full force of that blow. He's in hospital now with bad burns. Scott managed to run over, you know, while he was in the hospital with the help of his mum, and tried to take some of his pain away. Now this plays obviously into the storyline as we go into the episode, because all this chaos that was going on, Scott was there trying to help everybody reduce the pain. You know, they was on the cross-country tracks, and they managed to stop everybody from running because he knew that there was traps down that Styles may have lay. Now what's interesting is the coach walked over a tripwire and got shot from an arrow. Now that was actually shocking. You know, I did not expect that. I thought he might die, but I'm hoping that he didn't, like I said, because Scott come over and he managed to take some of that power away. But his acting was pretty funny, the coach. Honestly, he's a funny guy, man. I love his personality. So Scott's helped Isaac, and he's helped him so far. Then there was another bomb threat. Yeah, they found Styles, by the way. He was missing, but they found him underneath the school, and he convinced everybody that it was Styles, not this Nagitsune. So that's you know, that's interesting as well, because the whole episode he was helping them when actually, you know, it turns out he wasn't, because he was a bomb threat at the school. It was a kid on a bus. Do you remember when he was sick? He was sat in the back. He had a package, and you know, they brought the bomb squad in. They opened it. It said Sheriff Stilinski. It wasn't actually at the school, the bomb. It was at the police station. And who was at the police station? That's right, Chris and Derek, because they've been arrested because they had 150 grand given to them in a briefcase by Silverfinger, you know, the Yakuza, for taking over that gun. Now what's interesting is they were speaking, and Raphael Scott started coming, and he was like, mate, you know, interestingly enough, we found Silverfinger dead this morning. We're going to have to take you in for questioning. And that is why they was at the station, and this bomb went off. Derek managed to jump over and protect Chris. He took a full force to the blow of all this glass smashed right into his back. Loads of police officers went down. It looks like 2 of them may have died. Scott was trying to, you know, help them, take some of the pain away. And, you know, again, Styles didn't like this, and we found that out later on in the episode, because when he was trying to get Styles away from all of these Onis or whatever it is that were chasing them, he managed to take him into the veterinary, where obviously they've got a bit of a boundary spell for all the ass that Deaton has, because he's smart. Scott and Kira was fighting him off outside. Scott managed to get stabbed. When he went inside, Styles was like, look, mate, you know, all day you've been stopping all of this chaos. We thrive off it. That's what we Nagitsunes want. We want chaos. We want the power. And he got the sword, and he's twisted it inside of Scott. It was mental. And then when it looked like he was about to take him out, boom, Deaton turned up and managed to inject him with some of that he took from the Yakuza's forest or whatever at the start of the episode, which, like I said, I totally forgot about because of all this craziness that has been going on. And Styles is now lay out onto the floor. So it's very interesting. What a mad episode that was. Honestly, it was one of the best ones we've had as well. So I can't wait for today's video. Hopefully you guys do enjoy it. If you do, please smash the like. It really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you do. And as always, let's jump into episode 20 of season 3 of Teen Wolf. Whoa, look at this, mate. Look at this. I have to pause it and say First time I think I've ever seen that on a show. That I'm expecting sick episode now. You've got me excited before we've even started.
Don't know everything yet. Why are you putting him in here?
He's not. It's my decision.
Dean's got some ideas. Arjun's calling people. We're gonna find something. And if we can't...
If you can't, make sure I never get out.
I feel like he wants to get sanctioned here because it's part of his plan.
Mr. Solinsky, this way, please. In the morning, you'll be assessed by a staff psychologist, speak to a social worker, and attend group therapy.
Your pillow. We forgot your pillow.
Dad, it's okay.
No, you're never gonna be able to fall asleep. Okay, you know what? Stop. Enough. Styles, get your stuff. I'm not checking you in here if you're not gonna get one good night's sleep.
I haven't had a good night's sleep in weeks.
Do you know what I think about places like this though, right? Is that when somebody puts themselves in the home, so if I volunteer to go in there to help myself, so like Styles, I should be able to check myself out regardless of what they assess of me, because it was my own choice. Like the police didn't send me, the doctors, you know, like psych people who, you know, like assess brains and stuff. I volunteered because from watching shows, I don't know if it's in real life, it might not even be a thing, but from shows, most people that go in there, they can't get out. When they say, I want to go out now, they say, no, you're not well enough. Or they like think you're more crazy, you know, like, no, you're crazy and stuff like that. And it's like, they get stuck. They go in the home, they can never get out. That's what I see from films anyway. Now, I don't know if that's true in real life. You can check in, check out whenever you want. But from obviously TV programs and films, it seems like when people go in, they absolutely struggle to get out. So again, very interesting.
Styles, this way, please.
That guy up there.
I can swim in the ocean, yet still remain dry. Yet still remain dry.
Hey, stop him!
Ocean, yet still remain dry. I can swim in the ocean, yet still
What the
remain
hell?
dry.
Stop him!
It's down there. Oh.
I have two problems now. First, the lichen is not a cure. It'll wear off in a matter of days.
But while it does work, the only won't go after Styles, right?
I hope. Lichen House has an unusual history. It might not be all that safe for the Oni there as well.
The scroll had information on how to exercise in the Gitsune.
So we need to find that scroll. Exactly. And I did get a name of the man who last purchased it. Kincaid.
What's the Shugendo scroll look like? Do these come in different sizes? Then I think I know where it might be.
The accident that occurred is being taken care of.
You're seriously referring to that as an accident? 3 minutes, please? A 3-minute
Would
call?
you like to go to sleep, Styles? Or would you like to be introduced to our 5-point restraints?
See what I mean? Before we started, yeah, it goes back to what I've just said a second ago. A person that's willingly gone in there, that's currently not posing a threat to anyone, not showing any signs of craziness or you know, like self-harm or threatening to anybody, has just witnessed a murder in his first minute of being in there. Not a murder, a suicide. And he's like, whoa, I need to speak to someone. Because to me, if I seen that in real life, regardless of wherever I was, I would be in, like, turmoil. I'd be like, what the hell, mate? I need to speak to someone. What's going on, mate? I need to sit down. And then they're like, mate, we'll tie you up. We'll restrain you, you know, put him in a straitjacket or whatever. It's like, wow. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, look how fast it went from 0 to 100.
It's a suicide, huh?
Yeah.
There's a much higher rate of suicide on Mondays. It happened in a stairwell, right?
Yeah, how'd you know that?
I heard the echo. Everything echoes. Why they call it Echo House. Have you been awake all night?
Yeah, I can't sleep without my pillow. You don't have any idea when they unlock the doors, do you?
No.
Most of the people here are okay. The violent ones are in a closed unit. That's Hillary. She has OCD. Hey, how come you want to use the phone already?
Because after one night, I've changed my mind about this place being safe for me or anyone ever.
Really think they should know. Yes, I do.
Yeah, what she's talking about.
Standing right behind me.
Meredith. She's a little weird.
And you're a little weird. She's a lot weird. It's dead.
They turn off all the phones for 24 hours after a suicide.
Why wouldn't you tell me that before?
Why didn't you enter?
Malia. Whoa.
Remember, we were the ones who helped you out with...
Oh!
Oh.
Hey, Malia!
No! Hey, what? Oh, she hit me!
Oh, what a transition. Surely they've got cameras to show that he didn't do anything, surely.
Styles. You saw something, didn't you?
Well, interesting. How's MAILA there? Oh, yeah, he was on there. Yeah, okay.
Everything here that wasn't blown up needs to be placed in lockup.
People are dead because of Styles.
But is it really Styles? Remember we had this problem before? Ever heard of the Berserkers?
Germanic warriors. They wore the skins of bears to channel their ferocity.
They didn't just wear them, they became them. A couple of years ago, a family came to us for help with their son. But with Berserkers, the human side doesn't last long. They're not tempered by the moon. 3 of us to take him down, almost every bullet we had.
Would you feel any remorse putting Styles down?
Styles, yes. But not a Nagitsune.
Leah, you said something about guilt the other day. Guilt often becomes physical. You feel it in your gut. It's not just psychological. You feel an urgent need to make up for something you've done. To apologize.
Oh, look at this, mate.
Does anyone know what we call someone who doesn't experience guilt?
Sociopath?
That's right, Oliver. I'm sorry, everyone, but we need to take a break.
I was thinking that, honestly. I was thinking that, what is that mark on his back?
When the marks fade, the Nagitsune's grip over you will return.
Oh,
if your
that's
friends
mad.
hadn't figured out something by the time those marks are gone, I'll come find you.
To tell me what to do?
No, to give you an injection.
When Nagitsune takes over, you're gonna kill me.
I'm gonna do what I've always done. Maintain the balance. Styles, stay awake.
Yo, have you ever tried to stay awake past like 24 hours? It gets absolutely solid, mate. It really does. Your eyes start absolutely pouring, mate, watering. And you start getting dead moody, don't you? I do anyway, get proper moody when I'm stayed up for a long time. Now, I would love to know how MAILA's in this place as well. Now, again, I've never got her dad's name, so I'm going to call her Father K, because that's what I know him from. Why is she not with him? The last time we seen her as a physical human form, Sheriff Noah was introducing her back to her dad. And then fast forward like 10 episodes, because we haven't seen her at all, she's locked up in like a psych home, Echo House. What's going on there? We found out, obviously, that her dad's actually Peter Hale, which is absolutely sick. And I think that MAILA is going to be part of the main cast going into season 4. But in terms of like this story, how she got in there, hopefully we don't gloss over that, because it's obviously a big little factor.
Doctors don't even have a key to this door. Only Brunsky.
Did the head orderly?
He's got keys to everything in here.
My father said all the Katashi evidence is being moved to a federal lockup by armored car tonight.
We're going to rob an armored car?
We're gonna try.
Oh, is that MAILA?
Don't worry, Styles. You didn't just accidentally walk into the girls' room.
Thank God.
In the woods, there was no boys and girls room. And if you really need to know, we keep the water temperature in the girls' room too low. It's much hotter in here.
Now you're staring.
No, I'm not.
And what are you doing?
Wondering why you punched me.
Returning me back to human so that I could look at my father every day and try to figure out how to explain to him that the reason my sister and mother are dead is because I almost ate them on a full moon. You want to help me? Find a way to change me back.
I might know somebody who could teach you how to change. You help me, and I'll help you.
She prefers to be a cow. How interesting is that? That's the first time I've actually seen somebody rather be in the transition than not. Now, the best of both worlds, like Hannah Montana says, is if you are able to control your shift, you can go between Scott and Derek, mate. Boom, 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 boom. Do whatever they want, can't they? Oh, Isaac can do it as well. If she can learn to control that, she's got, obviously, the best of both worlds. Like being able to transition over like Hope and go for an absolute sprint in the woods when she feels like she needs to get her energy out and she wants to be free, and then she can come back and then she can be a normal person back in school. And then, like I said, every time that she wants to just run like the wind bullseye, she could turn into herself and just go for an absolute run. So that'd be interesting. But again, how's she in this home?
If Allison can get one of her dad's GPS trackers on the armored car, then we can follow it.
We attack him.
No! We'll distract him, and Scott will break open the back door.
Guys, this is gonna work. We can do this. We're losing Styles. My dad is in jail for murder. We need to do this.
They all need to wear some masks.
Did they drill holes in your head? She said you put a hole in my head! No, please, come on, please don't put a hole in my head, I swear I
Okay.
Yo, I feel like a connection between them, but I kind of want him to be with Lydia, no joke.
So either I'm going to congratulate you on recently passing the bar, or I should be worried about something.
Hello, Christoph.
Oh. Whoa, mate. What episode? Is it the start of 3B? They had Derek and Peter tied up and he was zapping them, and I've not even questioned it once where they've gone and what they was after. I mean, he was after a female wolf, that's what he was after, wasn't there? Which one in specific? Talia, I don't know, because Malia, she's a coyote, so she's not a wolf. Oh, mate, totally forgot they was part of the story.
This guy the key to everything.
I do. But nobody has the key to that room. Give him 5 of Haldol.
What is that? Wait, what is that? Is that a sedative? Okay, hang on. I can't go to sleep. Okay, I'm sorry. You don't understand. You don't get it. I gotta stay awake.
Oh, interesting. Now he's asleep, mate.
And if I can help, shouldn't I?
People who help us usually end up getting hurt. Badly.
Okay, but I've been practicing.
Okay, you're coming.
Oh, he's in a locker now.
No riddle this time, Styles. You know what it means.
Shut up. There's another way to the basement. Through the closed unit. Where they keep the real psychos.
Oh, look at this.
Who the hell is that?
That's a wolf.
You want to talk about the code? Where in the code does it say my wife had to kill herself?
Your wife honored us with her dying breath.
She would have honored her daughter by living.
We need that finger.
There's a briefcase in there with 150,000 in it.
Roll inside this prosthetic finger is worth $3 million.
Come on, Scott, mate. Scott, like, this guy's absolutely massive, and I'd like to see Scott attempt to fight him. Because he's an alpha, he's got a bit more strength, but this guy's absolutely huge. So let's see if this epic little scrap can go ahead.
Do you know what you're looking for?
Something to do with that. You might not like me if you know anymore.
Try to remember that I'm a weird coyote who murdered her own family. I won't judge.
Yo, who thought the twins was annoying when they first got introduced? They're all right
A lot
now.
more fun. Electroshock, trepanation.
Could you do me a favor? Could you just check the lines on my back? Just tell me if they're fading.
Yeah, they're almost gone. Sorry, I told you I'm always cold.
Oh, you really are.
Oh, I'm liking these two. I like Lydia as well. I don't know what to think. Oh, look at this, mate. She's not bothered. She's made the move. Come on, Styles. Just rock with it. Lydia's not right now.
Was that your first kiss?
Oh, yeah. 8 years ago.
Was it okay? Want to try it again?
Yes, Styles.
I want to try something else.
Oh, shit. This is Styles' first time now. Oh, I'm excited.
We've seen guys like this. Trust us, he's dangerous.
So are we. And you look smart enough to remember that.
Interesting, mate. Yo, got to say, I'm excited for these two, honestly. Like, I want Malia to be in the show. I actually don't know if she's going to be a good or bad actress, or, you know, but the fact that it's Peter's child, it excites me, and it's another member of the cast. Now, again, I really want Styles to be with Lydia, currently up until this episode, because their connection's great, but time and time again, Lydia's not been nasty to him. Not saying that at all, but she knows how much Styles likes her, and she's always gone for somebody else. Jackson, Aiden, you know what I'm saying? Like, so she's happy with other people right now. So why can't Styles be happy? Do you know what I mean? So that is why I'm really happy right now for this situation, to see where it goes. Because it's not like the Stefan, Damon and Elena situation where Elena was with Stefan and then Damon come on and took Elena away. It's more like Styles has openly said, I like you, Lydia, and she chose the other person. So then he's here on his own, like, okay then, I should just move on. That is pretty much how it is right now. Whether I like them together or not, maybe in the future, and we don't know what the characters are going to happen to them. But right now, I have no problem with these. It actually made me happy because, I don't know, I just like Styles. Don't fall asleep, son.
Styles.
Do you hear that?
How she just figured that out? That everything echoes? Do you know what I mean? What's that? Oh, look at this.
I gotta get this to Scott. You took Brunsky's keys. I took his stun gun. Like I was saying, Styles, I heard they used to do trepanation here. What are you doing? I'm gonna let the evil spirits out. I borrowed a few pointers from the 5-point restraint.
You was coughing before, weren't you? Oh, oh, fly. There it is.
Oliver, listen to me. Stop.
Whoa.
Do you want her to leave here alive? Do you want us to leave? Let me in, Styles. Let me in.
Just let her go, please!
Let me in, Styles.
Nah, he's asleep. Oh, he's let him in.
Oliver.
Oh, look at this, mate. Oh god. It's so good, honestly. I'm loving it.
It appears to say that one method of expelling a Nogitsune is to change the body of the host.
By turning him into a werewolf.
Scott McCall. You know him? I can tell you where to find him.
Look, he's sick, mate. She looks so fucking good. Look at that. Oh, mate, I got chills. They're multiplying. Mate, it's well good, man. I can't wait to watch the rest of the season. I was like, no joke, man. Like, I say it all the time, but as soon as the episode finishes, we'll watch the next one. That's how good it is. So I've got to give credit where it is due, and Styles' acting is absolutely sick. And do you know what? I've got to give credit to the show writers as well, right? By not forcing everybody into the scene and just letting somebody absolutely dominate an episode. So for example, yeah, this mainly was about Styles, and we didn't force feed everybody in the show. We didn't say, oh, we can't have too much of Styles, so we've got to have lots of Scott and lots of Lydia and Allison. No, mate. They let it play out completely. Like the last 3 episodes or something, they've like, look at the amount of screen time Allison has had this season. It is massively reduced. Nothing against her character. I'm not saying that she doesn't deserve it, but what I'm saying is they've let other characters have their story, run with it. It was all about the Argent season 1 and 2, and not about the Argent this season. And she stepped back a little bit, and somebody else has, excelled. I'm loving that. I'm absolutely loving it. This is why I really like watching Legacies, because the main cast, yeah, say it has 12 members, that not every episode they're all in there. Sometimes you could have 4 of them, and then they disappear for 3 episodes, and then we have the other cast in it, and we focus in on them, and then they return. Because why? Because there's lots of stories, and we don't absolutely go, tell you what, we've got a whole cast, every single person needs a story. It's like, no. Every single person gives the time to shine in their own little bits when it becomes their time. Styles is currently doing it. He's dominating. Malia's here. I'm loving it. She's getting put in the most liked and disliked characters of the season. Because, yeah, I know that there's only this episode and 4 more. That means there's 5 episodes that she could potentially get amazing. She could do. Who knows, you know? Enjoyed this episode. She had a first kiss, a first time sleeping with someone. That is Styles' first time as well. Very interesting. Now they both got a connection that they will never lose. Do you know what I mean? The first time experience together. She was 8, wasn't she? Or she was young anyway. Yeah, she was like 9 or something when she went missing or whatnot. She wants to transition as well into being her coyote form. She loves it. Maybe she can go over to Scott, you know, learn it, become their friends, become part of the main cast, find out who her real dad is, even though she thinks it's Father K. But what's Peter going to do when he finds it out? Do you know what I mean? She seems to actually care for Styles, and his acting is really good this season as well. I love this episode. Last one was better, but that does not mean in any way, shape or form this was not good. Again, it is top notch. Okay, and that is going to wrap up episode 20 of season 3. Hopefully, you guys have been enjoying it. What a good episode. I really do love, like, psych, asylum, ward situations. You know, I was saying at the start, it's interesting that people who willingly put themselves in there can instantly get caught up in the system and be deemed like crazy, so to speak. I know Styles is kind of being possessed by an Nogitsune, but while he was there, you know, he witnessed a suicide straight away. He was panicking. He wanted a phone call. He's getting told that he's going to get restrained straight away. It's like, wow, they're treating him as if, like, you know, he is a psycho when he's only just, you know, put himself in there. And I feel like people who willingly put themselves in there should be able to willingly check themselves out. And no, it seems like the way they was addressing them. Don't know if you've ever seen the film with Angelina Jolie when she gets put in a psych home. Yeah, she's like she won an Oscar for it as well, I believe so. So it is a good film. She's in there and she's trying to tell people, mate, I'm normal. I am not crazy. It's been a mistake. I'm the wrong person. And they're like, no, you're crazy. And the more she's trying to tell them, I'm fine, the more they think that she's crazy. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's just a circle. It's just going round and round and round. And again, that's why I love the American Horror Story season as well, when he was in the asylum. Amazing. So anything like this type of show, I really, really do enjoy. It was crazy. Good acting all the way through. I'm really loving that MAILA looks like she's going to be part of the cast now. She's kissed Styles. I like that, you know. I do want Styles to be with Lydia, but that's up until this point. We've not seen it progress further. Like I said, Lydia's been in 2 relationships in the seasons before and never chose Styles, even though he's kind of confessed his love, and she actually knows that he really likes her as well, and she still chose other people, not because she don't like Styles, just because that's just the way storyline's gone. No hate towards Lydia, really love her. She's had a great season as well, another fantastic one. But I'm happy for Styles to see where this actually goes. Now, it's interesting. They found this scroll and he was reading on it, and the only way to, you know, maybe getting a Gitsune out of a body is to change the body's host form. Now, interestingly, can't do that when he's human. Now, I did refer back to this a couple of episodes ago when Scott said to him when he was sat on the bed, when he was going for the MRI scan, when he said, look, mate, I'm not going to let anything happen to you. I'll do whatever it takes. I took that as an insinuation of, if it needs to, I'll bite you. We'll transition over. I did raise a question as well in that episode that if you knew that something bad was going to happen to you, but there's a chance that you could do something good to you, but it could hinder your life and, you know, make it possibly worse, like, would you take it? Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, if you know that you're possibly going to get dementia and deteriorate rapid, but someone can offer you a 50-50 chance of, like, transitioning over into a wolf or improving yourself, are you going to take it? It's a tough one. I would, because obviously I know what's coming in the future. So this is what's interesting with Styles. Now, I don't know if they're just baiting us. You know, I don't know if they're casting the rod and with a little bait hanging on there, like, to make us think that he's going to transition, and he doesn't. But who knows? I would actually love to see him transition. Like I said, we don't hardcore focus in on the Wolves this season, even though they are a little factor. We've seen a little fight there. It's good to see it when they turn. But it's all about storytelling. That's a big key point. As long as we keep a story being told and it being portrayed throughout the season, then it doesn't matter what type of supernatural they are. They could be wolves, they could be humans, they could be foxes, they could be coyotes. I don't care, as long as a good story is being told. And it is, mate, it is being told very well. This whole season has been a fantastic storytelling. Mate, last season it was all about a transition of a Kenema, and you know, I was fascinated with that, who's controlling what's going on. This season I think we stepped it up, and the show writing has improved as well as the acting and everything in it. And I really liked how they've done a 3A 3B. Well, pretty much it should be season 3 and 4 in my opinion. It's got no kind of relation to the other one, but that's not no complaint. Season 3 just makes season 3 better. It's just like, wow, season 3 is sick. So that is where we currently are. Really excited. Can't wait to jump into the next one. Hopefully, you guys have been enjoying all of the craziness that's been coming to the channel. Thanks so much for clicking on today's episode. If you enjoyed it, please smash the like. Really helps out. Subscribe if you do. And as always, I will catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.